Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming tonight. Or today. To our respected guests, our administrative team, my colleagues, families, and friends, students, and my dear outgoing 8th graders, I am honored and pleased to stand here in front of all of you tonight. Today is a day of joy, particularly for our students and their parents. I want to welcome you all to this first step-up ceremony and honor you all for your hard work and dedication to our mission. Our students, despite some hard tasks and grief that you have encountered in the course of your first year here at New Heights, have completed this part of the journey and with many great achievements. Being tough with you at times does not mean that any of your teachers hate you. In fact, on the contrary, we are preparing you for a greater challenge ahead. We plan to nurture you and build a strong foundation with your families for your next level. Under our guidance, you have attained this impressive milestone in your life with great honor and integrity. Today, I am honored to say that we are proud of your many achievements over this year. You walked into our first location in Norwood on September 8th with your eyes seemingly closed. You fought us every step of the way. I don't know how many times I heard, Miss Stephanie, you're doing too much. Through it all, we learned about curriculum. The annotations, yes, guys, you still have to annotate every time you step into a classroom. We learned about school. I know you are still waiting to hear your name for Student of the Week. Most importantly, we learned about each other. Even though many of your teachers will not be going on with you to the 9th grade, I want you to remember that we are right down the hall. We care about you, each and every one of you. This year, we have built a relationship that will never break. Today, I am very impressed and happy to say that during your year with us, you have all become better people. I get so excited when I am witness to your kindness and open-mindedness. Indeed, you have shown to us that you've all come from a good home and want to be the best you can be. You have left behind an impeccable legacy for the incoming students who are already looking up to so many of you. My dear 8th grade students, as you move on to 9th grade, expect that some challenges will exist. They will await you at every corner. But of course, I strongly believe that you will surely overcome them. I want to remind you that you are ready because you are great. We are proud of you and we want to take this day, this moment, to celebrate you. On behalf of the New Heights staff, we thank you students and your parents for all of your continued support. We look forward to watching you grow over the next 4 years here at New Heights. We will continue this mission together. We will be ready for college, period. This ceremony is for you. Celebrate all that you have done so far, but remember that this is only our beginning. With that, I'm going to open the ceremony with Dean Morrison. Through her consistent guidance and of our teachers, our curriculum has been one of rigor, engagement, and it's of honorable mention. Thank you all so much for coming tonight.
Good afternoon, parents, friends, family, and of course, New Heights scholars. Before I get into our honor roll and dean's list, students, I would like you to find your family in the crowd and give them a round of applause, because if it were not for them, you would not be here. As Ms. Stephanie said, I am the Dean of Curriculum and Instruction here at New Heights. And as the Dean, I have the wonderful privilege to announce our Dean's List students. We don't have honor roll here because at New Heights, we do things differently, and we like that. So what we have instead is when you students go to college, you won't get honor roll. Instead, you get summa cum laude, magna cum laude, or cum laude distinguishing, okay? So with that, I would like to begin with our summa cum laude, which means with highest distinction or highest honor. And what these students have achieved is they have a GPA of a 3.8 or higher, which essentially is pretty much straight A's, maybe 1 A minus, right? So if I could please have our first summa cum laude scholar, Christian Leonard. Christian. All right. And our second summa cum laude scholar, Khalid Ketchka. There you go, sweetheart. Congratulations. Our next students are magna cum laude, which is a 3.6 to a 3.7 GPA, still absolutely remarkable. Winnie Jo Charles. Congratulations. You guys are probably seeing, these students are summa cum laude and our magna cum laude are getting jackets that represent that so they can wear those around the halls and be proud of their successes. Our next magna cum laude scholar, Sari Wogairin. Our next scholar, Jaden Rafino. Congratulations. They all look sharp tonight too, don't they? Oh my goodness, I need some fashion tips from you guys. Our next scholar, Destiny Odia. Our next magna cum laude is Deborah Babalola. And our final magna cum laude recipient, Teresa Jean-Baptiste. Can I have a round of applause for our summa and magna cum laude scholars? All right, our next students are our cum laude students. So this is GPA of 3.4 to 3.6. Again, mainly A's with maybe one B or B+. Really tremendous accomplishment. Omosefi Inumba. Oh my goodness, I already tried it. I practiced beforehand too. Inumbahare. Congratulations. Our next recipient, Ruth Sinnard. Armani LaPierre. Ruth Osage. Mara Brandow. Clara Cherie. I think she has some friends in the audience. Our next student, Shwenju Uraisi. Lori Laurenville. Jamima Canal. Anshel Aggie. Elijah Khan Ehejeri. Katie Sacco. Anson Anabalogan. Michael Digbu. MC Pierre. Zachary Guerriere Hippolyte. Olivette Oko. Theo Pierre Canal. Marlinska Dauphin. There she is. Miguel Fernandez. Marvins Francois. And can I have one final round of applause to all of our honor students? With that, I would like to now pass the mic on over to Ms. Alves to award our students with perfect attendance.
Good afternoon, everybody. Closer? Sorry. Is this good? Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Miss A. I'm one of the counselors at New Heights. Tonight I have the honor and privilege of recognizing 5 8th grade students who have achieved perfect attendance this year. Before doing that, though, I do want to take a moment to recognize the parents and families here tonight, because if not for you and your dedication to get up each morning and get your children to school no matter what life threw at you, these students wouldn't be receiving this award tonight. So thank you all for your dedication to your children and their education. And to the students, your dedication and commitment to your education is commendable and will greatly contribute to your future success, so you should all be very proud of yourselves. Without further ado, I would like to honor Annie Azor. Here you go, hon. Good job. Christian Leonard. Good job. Ruth Oseji. Congrats. Nicholas Robinson. There you go, my friend. Good job. And last but not least, Carl Santillis. There you go. Good job, bud. Who's doing it? So next we have the awards for our core values that are being presented by some of our 8th grade teachers.
Good evening, everyone. At New Heights, we believe in our 7 core values. First, honesty may not guarantee success, but it is an honorable and respected way to achieve earned success. We hope to teach our scholars that honesty is the first step towards greatness. We have 2 students that for their honesty, we want to award them. Bior Billiard. Sure. And Teresa Jean Baptiste. Next, empathy is seeing with the eyes of another, listening with the ears of another, and feeling with the heart of another. A student who is empathetic to others must seek to understand before passing judgment. This year, we award Nevaeh Jones for her empathy.
Ingenuity is defined as the quality of being clever, original, and inventive. At New Heights, we hope that each of our scholars are able to use this quality to rise to success. Each day, we ask your child to think, analyze, evaluate, and create new ideas. This student is capable of taking an ordinary assignment to the next level. For ingenuity, we award Juan Pierre Lewis. Grit is passion or perseverance for long-term goals. Grit is having stamina. Grit is sticking with your future day in and day out. These students have the possibility of a brighter future due to their relentless grit. Thank you, Julio Goodrich Fernandez. And Candace Germain.
To be humble means recognizing that we are not on earth to see how important we can become. Instead, humility allows you to see how much difference you can make in the lives of others. Our students begin to realize that true greatness does not need higher recognition. The students who will receive the award for their humility is Shuenju Uracy, and Winnie Jo Charles. Michael Jordan once said, "Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins games." But at New Heights, we believe that teamwork is of the utmost importance. Students who can work together with others are being prepared for college and career skills. Each day, this particular student thinks of others and decides the most effective way to get all his classmates to collaborate ideas. Thank you, Cedric Lucas Summers. At this time, we're going to ask one of our 8th grade students to come and give a speech. Winnie Jo Charles. Oh, service. Just kidding. Just kidding. Not yet. Just kidding. Just kidding. Laugh with me. Okay. Service is defined as the act of helping or doing work for others. It is said that Aristotle quoted, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not a single act, but a habit. The students that are receiving this award for service live a life committed to helping others and do so without being asked to do so. Thank you, Joshua Murray. And Christian Leonard. Now we have an 8th grade speech coming from one of our great 8th graders, Winnie Jo Charles.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Winnie Jo Faith Charles, and I have successfully completed my 8th grade year at New Heights Charter School. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy at all. The question some of you may be asking is, was it worth it? You tell me. In the beginning of the year, we were completely and utterly lost, or maybe that was just me. I didn't know any of the other kids I was sitting in class with. It was a new school, new classmates, new teachers, and I practically knew everything. From a student's point of view, it was really a challenge, for as a student, we had everything against us. They wanted us to fail, and I believe that knowing we had to be exceptional in our schoolwork was absolutely nerve-wracking. Right away, we all had plenty of homework, projects, tests, and quizzes, things that would keep me up at night. I often went to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, struggling to get my homework done for the next day. I would like to... You already know. I would like to say the middle of the year got better, but it didn't. My teachers set even higher expectations, whether it be our work or our behavior. They tried to bring out the best in me, even when I couldn't see in myself. It was a blessing and a curse because as I grew academically, my teachers started to demand more from me. It motivated me to want to do better, for I began to understand that I could do better. For instance, I wanted to be on the top of my class, and I was constantly on top of myself. I needed to ensure that I would make it out of the city that I'm living in. I want to be somebody and be successful in life. I don't want to be another stereotype or another failure, and being a student at New Heights reminded me of my goals every day. I once had people tell me that I wasn't going to become anything important. But at New Heights, I had teachers who encouraged me and who constantly told me that I was going to make a difference in the world. It amazes me to see how the staff of New Heights actually care about their students. In fact, yesterday I was having doubts about my ability to properly execute this speech. I was scared to death that I was going to make a mistake, and Miss Stephanie instilled some confidence in me. She let me know that I was picked. She let me know that I was picked to do this for a reason and that I was more than capable of accomplishing this task. It's teachers like our 8th grade staff, Miss Stephanie, Miss Converse, Mr. Caesar, Mr. Connolly, and Miss Bisbano. You allow me to become the student that I am today. Was there drama? Of course there was drama between fellow classmates and other members of my 8th grade group. It is to be... It is to be expected since we are growing teenagers who test each other's boundaries. Rather than letting the drama affect us in a negative way, we allowed it to make us stronger than we were before. We began to live by our core values: honesty, empathy, ingenuity, grit, humility, teamwork, and service. And to answer your first question, in my opinion, it was absolutely worth it. This school allowed me to see that I wasn't just a kid in the hood. It showed me that I could be something. And in fact, it showed all of us that we had not only the ability to be great, but it allowed us to see the greatness in ourselves. So on that final note, I would like to say congratulations to my fellow classmates. We are an amazing group of people with a great support system, and we could do anything that we set our minds to. I am proud to be a New Heights 8th grade graduate. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I have to say, it is really exciting to see all of you here tonight, all the smiling faces, and to see our students at their best. So I am really proud of you. All the staff is proud of you. And I also want to thank all the parents for hanging in there with us through this first challenging year. And we promise that every year and every day from here on out, we're going to get better and better, okay? So I am here to present 2 awards. These awards are the Principal Award, okay? The first person I need down here is Destiny, please, Odea. Okay. I just have something to say about Destiny. Sadly, I must admit that I did not spend as much time with Destiny this year as I would have liked. However, I was able to have enough conversations to learn that she is a young lady who possesses all of New Heights' core values. My values are a little bit out of line, but they're all there, okay? Humility. Destiny is very intelligent and committed to her success. Her teachers say that she shows humility by helping students without expecting anything in return. Destiny does not want to be in the limelight, but possesses all the traits of a leader. Destiny demonstrates empathy by always looking out for the safety and well-being of her peers. I have the privilege to know this firsthand. She cares deeply about her friends. She is loyal, even though it may be difficult at times. Destiny reaches out to all students. She does not choose one group over another, and she embraces all students' differences within the New Heights community. Ingenuity, she faces problems head-on and never backs down. She accepts each new challenge as though it were a puzzle and always finds a way to see the finished product. Grit, her work is always done. She is organized and demonstrates the traits of a scholar. One of her teachers was looking for an old handout and was struggling to find it. Destiny was able to produce it from within one of her neatly organized file folders that she carries in her book bag. Honesty. Destiny is honest. She has no reason to lie because her heart is always at the forefront of her actions. Teamwork. She shows great leadership qualities and is willing to take control during group work. She is willing to help teachers as well as her peers. While working with her peers in class, she is always that person who can accept disappointing news but bring her peers back to the task at hand. She is often heard prompting her group by saying, "We can do this, we can go to college." She is her team's cheerleader. Service. Destiny serves our community just by being who she is. She is a positive presence among her peers and in the classrooms. She is always smiling, and as Dean Morrison told me, quote, "Bless your heart, she is always willing to give me a high five when passing her in the hall," unquote. Destiny exemplifies the character traits of a New Heights scholar, and we are confident that we will see great things from her in the years to come. Khaled, will you join me, please? Whenever I see Khaled, I just smile. All right? He just brings a smile to my face just because of who he is, okay? I don't know how to begin to describe him, okay? For such a young man, he has already had a lifetime of experiences that most of us will never understand and hopefully never have to endure. What inspires me the most about him is his resilience to grow and adapt within each new surrounding. Khaled is very willing to share his stories with his peers and his teachers, and he does so to help others learn and appreciate what our country, our schools, and teachers have to offer our students. Hold on a second, I lost it. He embraces every opportunity to learn, which does not stop during the school day. At home, he will often research topics that were discussed during class to learn more than what he was taught. Miss Stephanie told me that he has begun conversations with her by saying, "Did you know?" as he goes on to tell her what he learned while researching. My first conversation with Khaled was prompted by his dad, who wanted to meet to discuss concerns about an interaction that Khaled had had with a classmate. Khaled was being teased, and he did not understand what he was doing wrong to warrant these behaviors. After a deeper conversation, I learned that the real question Khaled had was, why would another person say cruel or hurtful things to another human being? Seeing the pain in Khaled's eyes, I attempted to explain, but not excuse, the behaviors of middle school-aged children. Khaled loves spending time with his family. He enjoys reading science articles, and he gets excited to learn about new discoveries related to genetics. For instance, today, he told me of an article he had read where properties from a jellyfish were introduced to a mouse, causing the mouse to light up. Like his dad, he aspires to be an engineer. When I asked Khaled if he thought about genetically altering properties in humans, he stated that he would not want to use genetics to change people. He continued by saying that we are not perfect, but we are created by God. Not done. One more. I'm going to give you a big hug. Khaled is a gift to New Heights community. He is. Khaled is a gift to New Heights community. By listening and learning from him, we will gain a new perspective on life as we know it, and we will be better people because of what he has taught us. Okay, I have to turn this over now as we recognize all the 8th grade students. All of you deserve recognition. But before I do, one quick thing. Parents, please, after the dance tonight, be there by 9:30 to pick up your kids because they have to be in school tomorrow. All right? And the reason why they have to be in school tomorrow is they have IAs Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week. Okay? So if I could invite Miss Converse, Miss Bisbano, Mr. Brunel, and Miss Jackson up, that would be great.
So am I calling it or no? Don't call it, okay. All right, our first scholar to walk the stage tonight is Anshel Aggie. All of our 8th grade graduates tonight are receiving a jacket that will commemorate the fact that they are now high schoolers in our school. All right. Our second student is Samara Altion. Anson Anna Belugan. I got it. Yeah. Jason Anna Belugan. Rashawn Anna Belugan. Am I going too fast? Michaela Andrews. Joshua Antoine. Maya Asui. Frandy Augustin. Annie Azor. Deborah Babalola. Luis Baez. Bior Belliard. Mara Brendeo. Alana Cooper. Lordsley Brutus. Salasia Campbell Parker. Jamima Canal. Winnie Jo Charles. Kiana Cherteville. Clara Cherie. Sarah Cherie. You're up next.
Caroline Clerville. Zaria Connolly. Jazari Curry. Marlinska Dauphin. Hebrew Duan. Mackay Davis. Mackay, I'm sorry. Yotham Desir. Nakaya Diaz. Brian Diego. Michael Digbu. Berkey Eliezer. Omosefi Enabazare. Shawenju Arasi. Miguel Fernandez. Julio Fernandez Medina. Marvins Francois. Tanya Garcia. Candice Germain. Smile. Julio Goodridge. Zachary Giria Hippolyte. Ariel Holligan.
Michael Ibium. Batch Jean.
Teresa Jean Baptiste. Terry Jean Jacks. Nevaeh Jones. Elijah Khan Ahe Jerry. Khalid Ketchka. Armani LaPierre. Christian Leonard. Laurie Laurenville. Giselle Lewis Charles. Cedric Lucas Summers. Kimani Martin. Tejan Matherin. Takaya McCoy. Wally Medina. Emily Millian. Chris Monplaisir. Joshua Murray. Brian Neary. Destiny Odia. Robens Norristill. Olivette Oko. Ruth Osage. Jennifer Philippe. MC Pierre. Theo Pierre Canal. Eve Pierre Lewis. Juan Pierre Lewis. Arissa Pina. Jaden Rufino. Aria Ribeiro. Danelia Robinson. Nicholas Robinson. Jasmine Rucker. Carl Santellis. Katie Sacco. Alani Santos Silva. Ruth Senord. Tajwayne Smith. Johan Soriano. Marissa Spencer. Natalia Stewart Anglin. Ariana Sule. Brianna Silvestri. Elijah Tall. Ajani Walford. Stacy Valsimus. Wasil Valtier. Brianna Parrington. Siri Wagirin. Peyton Young. And we can now all applaud and congratulate the first to 8th grade New Heights class. Now I'd like to introduce Mr. Omari Walker.
How are we doing? Well, we have come full circle. It wasn't long ago when I have some training with this. We have a cafeteria. And for the first 5 minutes of lunch, I'm asking everybody to be quiet. And at the beginning of the year, it used to drive me crazy, but now I take it in stride. But if we can just be quiet for 2 minutes, I promise to be brief. As brief as I can be. So, in mid-August, we received a call from the Commissioner of Massachusetts of Education saying that we were no longer going to have our charter unless we could prove a few things. And we had 2 days to do it. And one of them was to prove that the community wanted this school. And I asked Ms. Washington and Ms. Jean and Dr. Geyer and Mrs. Manning to all get on the phone and call you folks and try to get you to a meeting here tonight or that night so we could show the commissioner that you all wanted New Heights in your community. And that night saved our school. So, as I sit here tonight, this being our first 8th grade graduation, I started thinking we're always going to remember our first. I went down memory lane real quick. I had my first girlfriend. That was back in 1989, I believe. Her name was Lisa Caldwell. She's still the one that got away, I think. I had my first car back in 1993. It was my grandmother's 1986 LeBaron. Had about 200,000 miles, but it got me to and from my friend's house. That's all I cared about. Okay. I also had my first graduating class back in 2001. Okay, I was a young administrator, very young. I was 25 years old when I became an administrator. At 27, we graduated our first class. Mrs. Manning's son was in that class. And I remember when they walked, I was wondering how successful they would be. And I started thinking, I think this one's going to do this, and I think this one's going to do that. And about 50-50. Some of them still call me today and tell me all the great things they're doing, and some of them come in my door telling me all of their problems over the last 15 years, and I pretend to be interested, and we move on. In 2007, I had my first graduation as a principal. And I was in Fall River at the time, and I was an alternative education principal. And I didn't wonder, I was truly afraid, because I knew that we were sending a group of kids out to the world that simply they were not prepared. And I wish I could have done more. I wish I got them earlier. And if I could go back all over again and everything that I've done, I would try to get these kids as 6th graders and not as 10th and 11th graders, because they had such an uphill battle getting through high school, and they're fighting their way through life right now. I cannot wait for my first graduation as an executive director. That will be in 2021. And I won't be wondering, I won't be afraid. I will be so joyful and filled with hope and inspiration, because your children, they won't be going to the streets. They won't be going half to college and some going into different aspects of life. They will all be going to college. Now, they'll go to MIT, some will. Some will go to Harvard. Some will go to Northeastern. Some will go to UMass, and the very special ones will go to Boston College. As I sit here, though, I know by that time that I may not be able to see. I don't know if, the kids, I joke around with them. They know I can't see very well. I have an eye condition where every 18 months I lose half my vision. So in 4 years, it was going to be a struggle to see, but I can already envision what that night is going to be just by closing my eyes here. Okay, and it's going to be bigger than this, all right? And we are going to be screaming, hooting, and hollering, and I will still be dancing. We created New Heights Charter School for days like today, for nights like tonight, and for the future nights like in 2021 when we ship your kids off. I am so thankful that you believed in us. I am so hopeful in where we are going. And I just want to thank all of you for being here, and thanking all of you for, believing in New Heights. Thank you. Now, Jan, you want to come up here and just give some instructions, or Sophia, how we're going to exit and where we're going to go from here?
I have no idea. No. No, the dance is right in the parking lot. Everybody knows it's at Santana Restaurant, so the kids could actually walk over there or be driven. It's hot out, I get it. So we are just going to leave here. If everybody could please pick up around them. Unfortunately, family members aren't allowed to come into the dance. We just didn't have enough room or funds to invite everybody, so it is for the kids at this point in time. And once again, I just want to thank you. Please be there at 9:30 for pickup so we can get our kids home and ready for school in the morning. Thank you again.